things get like very serious this episode.
Yeah.
Between Shane and Ilya, things get real. Shane, I kind of like that scene where he's like, I think I'm gay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that answered our question from the last.
Yeah,
episode.
I had asked about if it's thing, and he does make the point where he's like, I think Ilya, even though he's not out as a player, but like for him, I think sexually speaking, he's more like, yeah, whatever. You hook up with dudes, you hook up with girls.
He's more
don't
fluid.
overthink it.
Yeah.
Whereas for Shane, he's like realizing like, no, I only like men.
Yeah.
That's why he's like, right? He's like, it's a big deal for me.
Yeah,
He
he's
makes
like,
that distinction.
So what?
Yeah, he's like, so
Yeah.
what? I
You
have
like
been love
vodka
the
and
sex. Yeah.
tequila.
Nice hat. Hey, a hat.
Hats off! Get the hats! Get the hats!
Hats. You'll need hats.
We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Well-Hatted Cinema Club. I'm Eric, joined as always by my incredibly handsome co-host. Give it up for Micah and Brian. Woo! Nice Phil shirt, Brian.
Bring out the classic.
Man.
Beat it,
Oh,
Orion.
One of the classics. Hey, thanks for everybody who's been tuning in a lot recently. We've been getting a ton of new viewers, some new subscribers. We really appreciate it. New followers on our Instagram, our TikToks at Well-Hatted Cinema Club. Go check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, as always, guys, not doing just around the horn yet. I'm saying this week we got a real love-centric episode with our movie of the week, and
Love is in the air.
it is. Hope everyone had a fun Valentine's Day weekend. Yeah, our movie of the week, love-centric, and then another Heated Rivalry
It's something centric.
episode to talk about.
Wuthering.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. But before we get into any of that, let's go around the horn and talk about what we've been watching. I would go first. I'm flustered, so someone else go, please.
Micah, go ahead.
I'll kick it over.
Take it away.
I'll kick it over to you, Micah.
I'll just talk about some documentaries I saw because I'm working through the
noticing
nominees.
that,
Yeah. So I watched the Alabama Solution about Alabama prisons. Prisons haven't really changed, you know. But what's cool about it is that the prisoners now have cell phones, so you see a lot of the crimes and the injustice happen from like their direct point of view. So that was a cool, not cool, I guess, I don't know, but an insightful look. And then I watched Come See Me in the Good Light about a poet who's dying of cancer. So you kind of follow their last kind of like a year. They do their last performance. Their wife is kind of there the whole time. But at the end, I was like pretty kind of blown by this because, you know, we love to hate on Diane Warren. But the widow, who's also a poet, wrote a song that was performed by Brandi Carlile and Sarah Bareilles.
Oh.
And it's pretty good. And I was like, you'd think the grieving widow who wrote a song featuring two, you know, some of the saddest song singers of all time, you think that'd do something, but Diane Warren.
Diane
Relentless.
Warren.
Yeah.
Roulette, Diane.
And then last night I watched Epic, the Elvis Presley in concert from his Vegas residency. So cool. The Baz Luhrmann like editing style that he's known for fits so well with Elvis. And it's pretty like positive. You don't get a whole lot of the Priscilla stuff or him getting fat and sad.
Fat Elvis.
Yeah, fat.
We're not getting fat Elvis.
Yeah. I saw with Mike, we were like just, you know, diving deeper into Elvis. So like they recorded the hell out of this Vegas thing. So you get like several different performances and they're kind of cross-cutting. And you can tell which is later and which is sooner because his face gets bigger or smaller. But yeah, he's electric, man. He's great.
I feel like Baz Luhrmann's zany style would kind of lend itself to a music documentary. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like some of his wacky ass transitions would take you out of a feature, like, you know what I mean, a narrative movie where it might work in a documentary.
It's really good. I didn't realize how funny Elvis was, but also Austin Butler, man, and the hair and makeup team of that movie. They fucking nailed it. Looking at actual Elvis, sometimes you would look a certain way and be like, wow, is that Austin Butler?
Is that Austin Butler?
Yeah. And then I watched this the To Catch a Predator documentary
That
where they're kind of like exploring. Well, it's you know, they start out pretty normal, just talking about the show. And you're like, yeah, like, fuck these guys. And then I didn't know this. The show got canceled because they broke their own kind of rule where a guy didn't pull up to the house and they went to his house and then he shot himself. Right?
Oh,
and
sorry,
so,
I laughed too early.
Well, yeah, I don't know. And then, like, you know, a lot of the guys also weren't getting convicted because there's just like kind of like all that entrapment stuff, and so that like you had these bad guys that you knew had bad intentions, but then you couldn't prosecute them.
Like they didn't actually do the thing, right? Or is
well,
it like
also, and then all the crimes they did do weren't admissible because like Scott Hansen's not a police officer, they weren't read their rights, all this stuff. So easy throw out in court,
That's interesting. I never really thought about that.
Yeah, so they're talking about the ethics of that, and then they covered some of the copycats, the people that are like, he's in the Walmart to meet a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And those guys are kind of funny. And then you got like, Chris Hansen is just kind of getting, like controversy to controversy. He just keeps making the show because that's, kind of what he's known for, what he's good at. And then they talked about how he did a sting where an 18-year-old, they caught him like trying to meet up with a 16-year-old. This guy's a rising senior. He wasn't even a senior yet. Ruined his life. And like that's kind of how they end the documentary. He's like, "Are you sorry?" He's like, "No." And then like they kind of do like they're free to go. They kind of treat him like the subject right there at the end. But it kind of leaves you just being like, I don't know. It's I guess complex, but like, I guess fuck the bad guys. But yeah, that was an interesting documentary. What about you, Brian? What did you watch?
So I watched a few things. So number one, Carly's never seen the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. I say trilogy. She watched 4 and 5. She watched 4 and 5 in her own time. She's liking it. I love these movies. Dead Man's Chest. Like, listen, Pirates of 1. The first one is probably the most like pound for pound, like the best. I think that the second one, probably less so the third, gets a little bit long. The second one is just the superior one. Yeah. It is so good, and it's like funny that it wasn't received well because like this was like the preempt all the way they set up the characters, all these things, the like different Easter eggs. This was like I said in my review, I was like they were marveling before Marvel even marveled. Like that's what they were doing, and God, like Gore Verbinski, who I did just see one of his other movie last night. I saw that was great. He's a fantastic director in that movie. I feel like everyone goes like, "Oh, the guy who directed The Ring." No, the guy who directed the Pirates trilogy is like he's. I think that's more his like. I still hear his name being like, "Oh, he's the guy from The Ring." I'm like, I mean, yeah, he did make The Ring, but he also made these other ones. There's a couple shots in Pirates. I'm a sucker for like certain stationary camera mounts. Like when they're on the wheel, there's a couple shots where it's like locked in with the rotation of the wheel, so it's you're spinning with it. So cool. Love that.
He was real horny for making things spin in the woods, that movie, because you do the wheel and then you do the ball in that movie too.
Maybe they figured out the camera system and he's like, all right, just make something else so we can use it again.
Sorry, my thing just froze for a minute. If I cut you off, my bad.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Power through.
Yeah. So speaking of other like cool directors, I rewatched Kong Skull Island, which is probably my favorite of the MonsterVerse ones. It's dumb, but like that guy
made that a monkey.
Yeah, that a monkey. The dude, Jordan Vaught Roberts. I fell in this rabbit hole because he made Kings of Summer before.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, is that a monkey? That's literally. I was thinking.
That was my vocal stem from freshman year of college. Like literally a decade ago. That was my vocal stem.
I was waiting for it when the movie was going on. I was like, oh.
Is that a monkey?
It's fun, man. But that guy, I thought he was in director jail. He's never made a thing since, and I'm like, this movie's actually fine. I don't know what the issue was. I guess there's like a big thing. He like got assaulted in Vietnam and has been like put his movies off as like some type of ambassador or something in Southeast Asia. I was reading some stuff about it. I guess he's doing like a Gundam movie and maybe a Metal Gear Solid one coming up.
Okay,
that's what I hear.
Okay.
But that was a cool watch. I didn't talk too much about Popstar, Never Stopping. I never seen that movie. I thought it was hilarious, but I'm not going to go too far into that one. What I do want to talk about mainly is I started watching the animated Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movies from the 70s and 80s, and whoa! So first off, the Hobbit and I guess the Return of the King one, which I haven't seen, is made by Rankin and Bass, which if you didn't know, made Rudolph and all those other ones.
Right, yeah.
And it feels like it when you watch it, like listen, say what you will about
what does that mean?
It feels like a cheesy like TV made for TV movie special. The music, say what you will, and Bass like is one of the Rankin or Bass, I don't know which one. He does all the music. He did the music for like Rudolph and stuff. So I mean, man knows what he's doing. Say what you will about Peter Jackson's Hobbit. Howard Shore got the music down. The music in this
Mm-hmm.
shit fucking sucks. It drives me crazy. It's very like dun, 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 dun. Like driving
And
me
they
up a wall.
walk.
Yeah, it's very literal. Gandalf, Ian McKellen as Gandalf, because there's a couple different Gandalf. He is so much better. Gandalf is such a dick in these movies. It's not even funny. So I'm not really looking forward to Return of the Kings. I didn't like that because the second one, the Lord of the Rings, which is Fellowship and the Two Towers, Rick, is
Right.
maybe the trippiest movie. I actually recommend you look up some clips from it because the entire movie they animated using rotoscope.
Oh yeah.
So it is like bizarre, the shading and stuff, and every single character moves like a human on like a background. And it's trippy. And the way they did the orcs and stuff was they basically like had people in costume and then they just like shaded over them so they look like these like shadow demons. It's bizarre. I almost like it's hard to describe. You just have to go
It's
see
like
it yourself.
your movie of the week, that one with Robert Downey Jr., right? That was rotoscoped.
Yeah,
Scanner
it
Darkly?
was. It was, but like this one was like they.
Worse.
Yeah. This one, well, it's funny you say that because some of the characters, like the main ones, like the Aragorns, the Frodos, they were
Crippling
they
drug
were,
addiction.
Yeah, they were animated to be like cartoony.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Single colors, but like a lot of like the side characters, like the soldiers or Rohan and stuff, looked like out of a Scanner Darkly. Like they looked like they just like put a filter on somebody. It was weird.
Maybe they're harder to draw and do the movements, so they're
I
just
don't
like,
know,
we'll
man.
scan a guy.
Eric, I will say this.
You
Eric,
look
like,
easy to
I think
draw.
I sent you guys the Gollum. I think I sent you guys the Gollum from the Hobbit one where he looks like a frog. That did not prepare me for Gollum in the next one. He's walking on his two legs a little too much. He's just a little too tall. He looks like the chocolate mom from SpongeBob with legs. It's frightening. I'm so used to Andy Peter
Serkis?
Jackson's.
Oh.
Well, Andy Serkis specifically, but I'm saying everything that Peter Jackson did with these movies, that every line delivery felt wrong. Like when they were saying verbatim from the books, or the music, the certain themes would play, or
Yeah.
even the way the characters looked. Like to me, he has made Middle Earth in my mind. It's now when I watch a different, again, who did it 30 years
Yeah.
before, it
Yeah.
feels wrong.
I've been tempted to tap into some of the older Dune adaptations because they went further than
Yeah.
we are currently. But it's the same thing. As soon as you start it, you're like, oh, it's all wrong. Why isn't everything orange?
Right, 'cause it's
doesn't
like, it's David Lynch's, because didn't they do like shows, like Children of Dune shows in like
Yeah,
the 2000s
yeah,
or something?
with
James
Um,
McAvoy.
yeah, right.
Was
Yeah,
it-
he's
it
in.
was-
I had
I
heard
think
about
it was
that.
Paul.
Right, it
Yeah.
doesn't
I'm like,
feel.
the eyes are like colored over blue instead of like the blue
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
CGI or contact hybrid that they do now. It's like, oof.
It was like, you know,
Where's
it was like-
Zendaya? Bring her out.
It was even like something like this one was less so, but remember when the Dune show came out? I remember
Yeah.
I could immediately tell this wasn't directed by Denis Villeneuve, like immediately. Like it
I
lacked
still
a
haven't
certain.
watched it, man.
I watched, like,
I'm
one or
scared
two.
the lack
The
of
set
sauce is
design seemed off.
Yeah,
The costumes
it seemed off. Exactly.
Yeah.
Even when they
It's the
see
little
like a
things seemed off.
ship came down, and I was like, this feels less
Wrong ship.
grand.
Which is so interesting because my uncle, shout out Jamie, he's a huge Dune guy, and like I think he loved the David Lynch one. And when I told him like you need to watch Denis Dune,
He hasn't
he's
seen
like-
the movie?
He's just like he's like nah, it's not my Dune. He's like it's not.
Oh, okay.
My Dune.
I was like,
my
I
respect
Arrakis.
My
I respect. I'm surprised because I feel like you really took every one of your family members to go see Dune.
I tried. I took my other uncle too,
I
but
should have done it more with the. I should have done that more with the Bone Temple, man. I really tried with that movie.
you,
No,
get that GoFundMe going, bro.
Oh,
all right,
they'll
Ricky,
make
let-
the third one. Brian's gonna be
Yeah.
on the street corner with a sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
All right, Ricky,
I know
round
it-
us out.
I will just say, Brian, I've seen clips from like the Hobbit. I think it's the Lord of the Rings one with the rotoscope where you talking about Gandalf being a dick when he like
when he scares Sam.
when he scares Sam. I'm like, what is he doing? Why? It looks so trolly. All right, my movies from last week. I got a good rewatch in for Valentine's Day. Riley had never seen Crazy Stupid Love. So showed her
great
that.
record.
Love living vicariously through her because shout out her soul. She hasn't seen a ton of movies, so you know I get to live vicariously through her. So when like the backyard scene happens and it's revealed that you know Ryan Gosling is dating Steve Carell's daughter, spoiler, then she was like mind blown. She was like, holy shit!
That's
I
a
love
crazy
that.
one.
So love that. A new watch for me this week. I watched Wes Craven's Red Eye. With
Was that Cillian Murphy? Yeah, and Rachel
And,
McAdams.
Yeah.
and Rachel
How was that?
McAdams. It got onto my radar because like Rachel obviously like send help. Yeah, I mean it's really short. It's like 80 minutes.
Wow.
I love everything, like the setup, everything on the plane. Cillian Murphy, like, you know, he can do a great job of like playing like sort of suave and then switching to very intense. And so I love everything on the plane. Then they do this little chase through an airport when they land. And then they get to this point where you go to her childhood home at the end because Cillian Murphy's using her, like holding her dad hostage as like leverage to make her do what he wants since he's a terrorist. And then it gets very Home Alone-y, which like just doesn't work. And at that point in the movie, she had stabbed Cillian Murphy in the throat with a pen, so his voice was fucked up. So he's doing this whole raspy, like, I'm good, it's personal now, and is like wheezing and like limping around the house, and it doesn't work. It was kind of like, I really enjoyed everything on the plane. I think they could have gotten to way more hijinks on the plane.
Yeah.
Kept it on the plane.
Yeah.
But the minute they land, even in stuff, the airport's fun. They're running around the airport. But like the minute they go back to like her childhood home and she's like throwing chairs at him, I'm like, oh, this is not. She's like, I know the way around my bedroom. I was like, this doesn't work at all, dude.
I love sorry, go ahead, Micah.
Oh, sorry. Have you seen Sunshine?
Yeah.
No.
Came out similar time, takes like a similar turn, weirdly also with
Yeah,
Cillian Murphy.
it's the first two acts are some of the best sci-fi. Is Alex Garland written, Danny Boyle directed. But Micah, you're right. Then it suddenly becomes a slasher movie at the end. I still like it.
It's very strange, but like, hey, everyone's career. I would just watch it and like, I'm not gonna say anything more.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but it takes a dramatic shift in
Just
narrative.
keep the cast. The cast is well employed, thriving. Yeah.
It's crazy. But all right, what else you watch, Ricky?
No, I mean, I'm gonna leave the movie that Mike and I watched, Screen Unseen, left for when you watch it, Brian.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it then.
I don't want to spoil the Gore. That's why I didn't talk about the Gore Verbinski one, because I figure you're probably going to see that at some point, Ricky.
Yeah, but I mean, Red Eye came out in 2005, which is also kind of funny because the whole time in the airports and everything, they're complaining about all the new security in airports and all. And they're like, it sucks to fly these days. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, it changed rom-coms forever. No more romantic runs to the airport.
Yeah.
You will be taken down. And your butthole probe.
Some people said, I think for comedians said this, where it actually is good. It changed. You no longer have to bring someone all the way to the gate when you drop them off at the airport. That's
only if you hate your wife or your family.
yeah.
Are you gonna come in? Oh, great, because parking there is so convenient.
Yeah.
Like
doing a million laps, be like, God damn.
I just want to be able to pick someone up at the gate. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like that idea. The dropping off, I'd like, get out.
Yeah,
here it's like, how about you get yourself a Metro card?
Yeah.
Buddy?
That is the one thing about DC you guys got going on. That Metro station right there is fucking
you a Metro
sweet.
card.
In Boston, you had to like take a bus after you get on the train.
Hey, no excuses. You can even take the train from Baltimore.
Yeah,
it's true. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right.
Speaking of training, I don't know, hockey.
Yeah.
Hockey, flying places.
This is what this pod is all about now.
Okay.
Heated Rivalry pod.
Before we start, we did get a couple of helpful comments.
I'd love to hear it.
Ice Dranzer helped us with the pronunciation. It's Ilya. It's Ilya. All right. The guy Kip did get into grad school at the end of 3. All right.
Did we miss that?
I think I was like surprised.
I think it was like
able to juggle so many things and also be.
I know, because I know we said even with episode 4, Eric was like, "Did Kip get into grad school?" And I was texting my friend today, like, I just want to know if he got into grad school.
Okay. Also, the girlfriend Rose, she's supposed to be Jennifer Lawrence, which makes me think, is Shane Aaron Rodgers? And then they also have a recommendation. They said to watch Pillion. I think that's the Skarsgård movie.
Yeah.
So, when we finish the show, Dranzer, we'll get on that.
I also saw somebody did correct it. Micah, this one, it's the Smythe Trophy, not the Smith Trophy. Is the NHL MVP.
Yeah, Adam is a not puck knower.
I did not. Well, that's people seem really. We get really hyped up on the hockey and we mispronounce the trophy.
Yeah, we're frauds. Frauds. But let's see. Someone said the dance scene with the guys, that symbolism about him making a choice when he's in that Challengers-esque sandwich, I guess.
It does kind of come into it in episode 5. We definitely get a little more context behind it.
Let's go ahead and get to the beginning of episode 5.
Sure. Wow. the actor who plays Shane Hollander. Some great eye acting there.
Yep.
This episode is fantastic. Let's just get that off the rip right now. I thought this was great. I mean, with the opening scene, right, we're pretty much talking out where they go for a date. You know, they need a chat. Shane and Rose. And Rose, you were making the joke, Mike, about like they could smell the fruit on you. She did.
Yeah.
She
clocked him.
She clocked him immediately. And then they have this really great scene where they talk. She asks him, like, "Are you?" And you can see the pain.
I gotta say, it was so funny when she's like, "Oh, do you like talk? I know you like talking to me and hanging out. What about like kissing me?" And he was like, "Sure." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Don't like the GTA."
Way to let her
screen
down
came out,
easy,
like,
Shane.
He's like,
Sure.
no, that's so what I meant. And like, obviously she was cool with it. Like, it wasn't like one of those like, "Oh, you offended me," but it was just funny. It's like, well, if she didn't think you were gay before, she got you then.
Yeah, she seemed. She said she had a lot of experience with this. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, she said she was in theater school, right? So she's dealt with closeted
hella gay boyfriends. Yeah.
And it was so super cool to that point. Like, we talked about it last episode where they introduced her as a very, like, cool character, very down to earth. And, like, you kind of, like, even though, you know, as a viewer, you want to be rooting for Illy and Shane, you're like, oh, she's, like, really nice. It would be really easy to portray her as, like someone that sucks or, like, shallow.
Yeah.
And then
Another homophobic person.
Yeah, and for her to double down this episode and become like one of his closest friends, like a confidant. I love it. I love her character. And handled it amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, I think both. Like, I mean, obviously, it wasn't as much on the shoulders of the actor playing Rose, but I think the actor playing Shane, he did. I mean, like, I think he did a great job because I can only imagine the absolute whirlwind of emotions going through you right now because you're probably overwhelmed, but you're like almost relieved that you don't have to hide it, but also you don't want to say it out loud because you say it out loud.
Then it's real.
Then it's real. Yeah, that was crazy.
I do like how, they mentioned that. She's like, hey, now you got another person you can talk to because you probably don't have very many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hudson Williams, sorry, was the guy's name. I want to make sure.
Hudson.
That's
okay.
Good acting. Good acting that scene, Hudson.
Yeah.
Credit to you.
Way to avoid eye contact.
Oh, but Mikey, and one other thing that we had in this episode that I was excited, I almost texted you, but I didn't want to go, was I was like, you were like, when are we going to get the poster shot? We kind of did. Because they faced off, finally.
Yeah.
When? Oh,
it wasn't the shot. From
That was
the poster,
later.
but they did.
Okay, yeah.
But,
You're right.
So they go down, the next thing was they go down to the All-Star game. Was that the next? That
Yes.
was the next bit. The big
Yeah.
thing. Which,
In
oh my
Tampa.
God, they were butter on that ice, bro. The West didn't stand a chance.
No.
Yeah, I gotta say, it reminded me a little bit of like Team USA from like 2 summers ago.
Basketball,
or like
you're
the Olympics
saying?
basketball.
Yeah.
When it's like Steph and LeBron, they're like kinging each other and hugging and slapping ass and all that shit. I was like, you don't think anyone would notice that these guys are supposed to hate each other, and all of a sudden just like elbows, nudge, I poked you in the side, like they're buddy, like real chummy. They're just all 32 on display, passing the puck back to each other.
That was actually the most unrealistic, and I'm not going to get on like unrealistic part of this movie, that 2 hockey team players celebrate as a unit. They're up there, just the 2 of them, like, yeah, high five. And I'm like, they would have been mogged by like a bunch of other players.
Dog pile, like an actual dog pile.
And I was just like, everyone celebrates. The whole bench usually celebrates when the hockey scores.
Oh,
And
yeah.
And meanwhile, they're just like, you.
La la, in their own little world.
We did it. You
But
and
they-
me, we did it.
Do they?
Okay,
I don't know this about hockey. Do they take their like All-Star game more seriously than other sports?
It's a good question, actually.
I think the NHL hockey is kind of like the baseball one. Like, I think it means something.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like, you know,
they
like
wanna-
baseball,
yeah.
you get home field advantage.
Yeah.
In the World Series, I think the NHL low key might do something like that. Do not quote me on that.
Okay.
But, like,
Yeah.
I just,
Quote them. Get them in the comments.
but I think it's not. It's more. Like, obviously the Pro Bowl doesn't matter anymore. Nobody really. There's a little bit of cash incentive for the NBA All Stars, but it's not really.
They're
think
really
it's
out
more,
there to have fun. They're like
I think
shooting
it's
from
more
the half
along
court.
the lines of. Are you looking it up, Eric? Or are you doing something?
No, I was looking.
I was saying, I didn't know if you were looking it up. I was going to be like, let me see. Like, you guys keep talking about the episode. I'm going to see if I can find out more about the NHL.
I will
also.
say, I what I was looking at was like, I needed a timeline because I have been every episode being like, guys, we're skipping
What
years.
year is it?
How is this
2017?
happening?
Yeah.
And I portray. I see the comments. Everyone's like, it needs to be multiple years. I'm like, I just want to know the timeline because I'm getting lost as time goes on. So they met in December 2008. Was the International Prospect
somebody
Cup.
did comment that too. Didn't
It's
they?
9 years of this.
And May 20 or not May, January 2017 is the All-Star break where in Tampa. So at that point, it's been, it's
a
been
9-year situationship.
8+ years, almost 9 years of
That's
them
crazy.
of a situationship. Yeah, so they got that chem down. Like it's been so long, and at Tampa too is what. Did you find it yet, Brian?
It says they're not doing an all-star rig. I can't really tell how competitive it is, but you do get $1 million or something donated to your charity of choice if you win. So I think it's not. But it looks like they haven't had one. They haven't had one in 2 years. So I don't know why. Because I think. Oh, you know what it is? I think they replaced it with the Olympic, like international hockey. I think takes the cake now. So I don't think it's as big of a deal anymore.
Okay,
got you.
Okay,
because because the Olympics are right now, so they're like they took an Olympic break, not a all-star break. Sorry, go ahead.
I know our NHL players just, went over there.
Shout out Quinn Hughes.
Yeah. Our women just golded up.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw
out
that crazy goal. Shout out
them.
Came out last minute. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, they've been dominating, so they were like, let's...
The men just beat Sweden, right? I believe that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
But in Tampa, I love their off the ice too. Their chemistry is really nice. I like the whole like Shane watching Ilya with the kids in the pool. I thought that was really sweet.
That was like straight out of like a rom-com. It's just like, oh, he's good with kids.
Yeah.
Boom, you're in there.
And he's like, what does he say? He's like, he's made them pay them. You made them money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
pay
funny.
these children. I was like, oh, that's insane.
Jeez.
But what else?
I'm guessing
happened?
those are the kids of the other hockey players, or are those probably
I was
Yeah.
just thinking the same thing. As I'm like, are they just like at like a sandals?
There's no kids in sandals.
Oh, okay. You got my point though. I thought
My
there's
bad.
some
Flip-flops.
No.
Yeah.
I get your point. Like it was like I had the same reaction where I'm like, why are they just like at like the pool with like all these little ass? But they must be like because remember they did say to each other,
Yeah.
you didn't bring your parents. Like I think people bring their families.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't make any sense for like Sidney Crosby to be playing Marco Polo with some random kids in a pool. They'd have to be like
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is the guy that I know. There will be accountability.
Yeah.
I did like when the little girl said when she's like, yeah, I know Shane. He's the best player in the league. He's like, no.
Get out of the pool.
Yeah.
I forgive you. You can stay.
Nah, he was good. He was good with the kids. That leads into they meet up later that night, and things get like very serious this episode.
Yeah.
Between Shane and Ilya, things get real. Shane, I kind of like that scene where he's like, "I think I'm gay."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ilya
Well,
would
that
just,
answered
like,
our
scoff.
question from
Yeah.
the last.
Yeah, I had
episode.
asked about if it's thing, and he does make the point where he's like, I think Ilya, even though he's not out as a player, but like for him, I think sexually speaking, he's more like, yeah, whatever. You hook up with dudes, you hook up with girls.
He's more
don't
fluid,
overthink it.
Yeah.
Whereas for Shane, he's like realizing like, no, I only like men.
Yeah.
That's why he's like, right? He's like, it's a big deal for me.
Yeah,
He
he's
makes
like,
that
so
distinction.
what?
Yeah, he's like, so
Yeah.
what? I
You
have
like
been lots of
vodka and
sex, yeah.
tequila.
You drink. I have sex sometimes sex with men. I mean, obviously you find out like more about the feelings for each other.
Yeah.
You like pegs and you like holes, or
Well, he
whatever.
finally
A
opens
lot of
up
peg and
to.
hole talk.
So what did they? Yeah, there was a lot of peg and holes. Like so, what that scene was when it kind of came where he goes like, "Would you want to be something if we could be something?"
Oh.
He finally opens up to him about was his dead mom. He cries in front of him. That's a big deal, and they have a nice embrace.
Yeah.
It was a very nice scene.
Is that when? So then, right after that, right? He has to leave because his dad passes away.
I think it was after. Like they go. They play.
right?
So that's after.
Oh
his
no, they're
brother,
leaving, and they said he didn't get on the team plane. That's what it was.
No, so that was
Yeah.
after the All-Star game though. That was later. So they're hooking up a little bit more. They're
Yeah.
now like a little more. They're actually talking more like couples, not like flirting.
Right.
They beat. I forget if they beat them or not. They play a game against each other, and he finally answers the phone like, "What the hell do you want?" And it's that Ilya finds out did I say that right, Ilya?
Yep. Ilya.
Yeah.
Ilya finds out that his father has passed away. And then we get to Russia. So, Eric, you have any thoughts on that? We get to
Don't gloss over the
yeah, my bad.
striptease to end the sadness, where he starts on to take off his clothes over FaceTime.
Oh,
yeah. That's right. It's like, yeah,
I mean, very coupley
so
stuff,
lonely.
like that long distance. Like,
Yeah.
all
He's
right,
like, I'm sad. How about you put the
keep the
glasses only? The glasses stay
only.
on during sex.
put your wiener to the phone.
Hey man, we've been in long distance relationships. Do what you need to do.
He's like, wait, someone wants to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They're like straight up at that point, like couple.
They're
like,
moving that way.
Yeah, like we've seen them over the years have these like texting like every off and on over months or years period.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
they're like calling each other multiple times in an episode.
Yep.
You see a lot of things come full circle, a lot of payoff this episode. And then like the whole storyline with Ilya's family dynamics and his like relationship with his brother.
Yeah, his brother.
His brother, his dad, and Russia in general kind of comes to a head. What did you guys think about like the brother? Because when you introduce the brother, he's portrayed as like an asshole taking money.
Yeah.
But then like as the season goes on, he's just like, I'm taking care of dad. And you kind of see that.
They do kind of address that too, like with it's like,
Yeah.
it's like his way feels good because he's like fucking hate that guy, but he does feel bad that he was there. You know, he wasn't there
Playing
for his
hockey,
dad.
yeah, he's playing hockey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the brother overall is a dick in the movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
you know, yeah, but I mean, he's still like he gives him like the two last gifts. Like he gives him his apartment and then sets up a trust for his niece. And then he was
Yep.
like, and then now I'm washing my hands
Yeah.
of you.
Which
No
is
more
good.
mooching.
Yeah,
No more mooching.
And then he has that fun. Yeah, he gives it the fun thing, and then it's probably one of the best scenes in the episode is when he goes out and he calls. He's talking to Shane on the phone.
Mm.
Right, that's next, isn't it?
Yeah, pre-injury.
He's got a lot on his mind, a lot on the noggin, and Shane says, hey, why don't you talk to me in Russian? Because he says English is too. There's too much.
He
going
doesn't
on in
have
his
the
head.
words. Yeah, he doesn't have the words.
And
He
he
didn't
goes,
know
"Why
the
not-"
word compatible, so he was like, I
Yeah.
definitely can't do this.
So then he says, Shane suggests, why don't you just tell me what's on your mind in Russian, even if I can't understand, maybe it'll help. And hey, shout out that boy from Texas, because apparently people are saying like, good for him. I don't know how he does that.
Dude, I was just like,
pretty impressive
where is he
stuff.
again from? Like Texas, bro.
Yeah, Connor's
He just
story.
gave that monologue, and I'm like, this guy, he's Russian.
He's an actor.
He's got
He's an actor,
vodka
eh?
in his blood.
We're
like-
engraving your Emmy for you, goat. We're
Yeah.
engraving your Emmy.
Yeah.
That was
man.
great, man. And he finally says it. No, Shane can't hear it. Can't hear
Yeah.
it that he loves him so much, wants to be with him. And he opens up about all of it, man. I mean, he talks about the fact that like he's like I hate it here. Right?
He's
He
like
talks
a
about his family.
walking wallet. Yeah, he's a walking.
yeah.
He's treated like a wallet. Yeah.
Yep. No,
Great.
that was a great because you've seen out of the two of them, Ilya's always been the one that's kind of like way less attached. It seemed
Way more
like
casual.
Yeah.
yeah, trying to keep a cat. Even earlier in the episode, he's like, "We fuck. Like, what do you want from me?"
Yeah.
He's trying to.
Oh,
keep
you're
it
gay.
casual.
Surprise.
Yeah, like that. When he scoffed at him, that's what I was.
Yeah.
I was like geeking at that. I was like, that's pretty funny. But like, yeah, seeing him finally open up, albeit in Russian, which adds that other layer of like he's admitting it, but he's not.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I'm impressed just as him as an actor too, like we just said, because like I feel like it's one thing to give a monologue in not your native
Right,
accent,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
his
Yeah.
Russian accent could have very much become like Boris Vodka,
Yeah.
but then they actually do a monologue, which from what I was actually looking it up because I was curious and I'm reading this thing. People are saying like Russian people are saying it's actually like
Pretty
very
good?
Like
Okay.
he doesn't sound like. He doesn't really sound like an American. And then, like you said, remember we said that when, like Eric, you just brought up, we were like, we thought this boy was fresh out of the Iron Curtain, and he's like,
Oh, like the kid from Honora, he
Yeah.
was like, yeah.
he looks Russian, like he looks. But I was like, and funny when I'm watching today, I was actually looking at him, being like, trying to picture you coming
American?
up, like, what up,
Like
my name's
eating a
Connor.
burger?
What up,
Yeah.
what up,
Eating a
I'm
burger?
Connor. If he was like, howdy, I'm Connor, I'd have been like, whoa.
It's. I know that they presented at the. Was it at the Emmys?
Oh,
they
yeah.
presented?
Did they present? Yeah.
It was strange,
I actually
yeah.
haven't watched any interviews.
They
with
sound
them.
like super normal American. Like I think they were. I know he's like from Texas, but I think they were both. Someone in the comments said they were working as waiters. I assume.
Yeah, I knew
in
the-
L.A. So they just have that
Makes
like
sense.
Pan-American accent kind
It
of
just
thing.
sound like,
you know?
yeah, I didn't think Connor was like, hey, y'all, but like, still.
Like,
he
howdy, it means.
He's
But,
got
yeah.
the McConaughey whistle or something.
Yeah, I just said.
But
He comes in. I am Connor. I play hockey. Vodka. No, he's good.
We need to get these vodka jokes out of our
right,
repertoire.
yeah,
That's
right.
all we got. That's all we got about Russia.
Talking about Shane and Islet. What if a vodka loved the burger?
I want to talk,
Ginger ale.
guys, about the next big.
All right,
thing.
vodka gingers for the finale.
Yeah, vodka ginger ale, dog. Oh yeah,
Going up to
get
finale.
saucy. That's not a bad drink. I think that's really okay.
I'm more of a JMO.
JMO
guy.
Ginge, yeah. But do you see them drinking Jameson in this shit, Eric?
No, I do
think
not. No, I do not.
Guys,
They're
I want
drinking like what Coronas, something.
Yeah, they
insane?
were
Yeah, at
drinking
one
Coronas.
point in Tampa.
some really like that
What's
one was
going
definitely
on?
the product placement. They had
You're
that
millionaires.
Thing,
Yeah.
they had that thing positioned.
Frosty with the lime on it. With the lime
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, fucking-
some-
also, like
What
I've never
did
seen.
you want to talk about, Brian?
No, yeah, I'll go.
We got way off topic. Got distracted.
Yeah, no, the Corona thing was funny though because they didn't even drink them. You can't drink them. Well, yeah.
No.
They had a game tomorrow.
Listen, that game, the hit crazy, but Shane, look where you're going. Keep your head on a swivel. Well, you deserve to get hit like that. You're literally turning around like, haha.
You know what he was thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, but like he's a hockey player first and foremost. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
he got creamed.
God, rocks,
You gotta treat it.
bro.
Isn't there like a married couple in the WNBA, and then it's like they lose
think
last
so.
season in the championship, and they're like is it distracted? You have to go home, and you're just like, so you didn't make that pass, and you didn't make that. But
Let's watch some. Let's watch some.
season
VOD,
2,
actually.
they're just
Yeah.
like, why did you not pass puck, Shane?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, like also the thing is, he's
Oh yeah, they were arguing about the positions, like wing versus
yeah,
center.
that was earlier
Yeah.
because he's like, I can play wing, and he's like, you're gonna let him be center.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I only played a little bit of backyard, like I know that, but I can tell you one thing: you just made a move at center ice and taking the puck over the blue line. There is a defender coming at you. Look where you're going. It's insane. I actually had to rewind it. It was such a brutal hit where I was like, well, did he not have the puck? So he wasn't expecting? No. Oh, he had the puck. It was a clean hit.
Clean.
He's
Yeah.
a fucking idiot.
It wasn't dirty. He
Fucking.
ate that shit.
Well, I remember later Ilya says, he's like, oh, the guy, Mauler, whatever, the guy who hit him, his name was like, you feel bad, didn't even
Yeah.
hurt you. I'm like, yeah, bro, if you were looking where you were going, you probably wouldn't have gotten hurt. You would have, like, lowered your
Braced,
shoulder,
you know, yeah,
made
yeah.
contact. No, you
Yeah.
got cleared.
People get hit all the time in the NFL. It's about whether or not you were ready to get
Ready
hit.
for it, exactly.
Yeah.
He got,
Brace.
he got, like, spun, like a chop.
Oh yeah, he got what do you call it, the helicopter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, crazy.
Put that in a hit comp or something.
And then, like you said,
Sneak it
people
in.
noticing. I want to hear your opinion on this. Like,
Oh.
Ilya, obvious as day.
what good
Wait-
sportsmanship!
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Is he okay?
I did write down like all episode. The announcers were just offering like the straight explanation for what's happening, and like we, the audience, know it's gay, but
Yeah.
like they're like, wow, what a great teammate and sportsman, and oh, he's wow, what a this is later, but he's like, what a lucky fan to get picked out of the crowd.
Ilya's-
At random.
This is
You're
a
like,
great moment
wow,
for this
what
fan.
Good sportsmanship.
It so long. Like, I didn't even think about that. The
Yeah.
straight ass analysis. Like, it took him so long to clock. Like, wow, what a lucky fan. Like, what?
He appears
Yeah.
to be waving at a fan. Oh wow, lucky fan. But,
Ilya is
lot-
standing over Shane Hollander. He actually might be his emergency contact. You know,
I like. I
there's
feel
no
like,
other reason.
Dude, they literally say that at one point where there's like, what? Like, he goes like, how is he? And they're like, Ilya, shut the fuck up and go to your bench.
yeah,
Like,
I thought
Yeah.
he was like taunting or something. Like,
yeah.
and then
oh
when
my
he's
God.
strapped to the board going with EMS, and he's like, they're gonna be worried. They're like, oh, your parents, yeah, we'll call him. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
he's gonna be worried. Like, your dad.
Dad.
Yeah, well, he's good.
Yeah.
He's like, no,
Roswell.
Ilya. Sorry, I almost said Ilya.
Yeah.
He was like, he'll be worried, and I was like, oh, or I didn't know how it would like play out. I was like, they're gonna find his phone and be like, who the fuck is Lily? And she's
Yeah,
like,
listen. To be fair, I will say I know there was the next scene. Like he did keep it pretty low. I really thought when the painkiller scene was happening, I was like,
He was
oh, this is
loopy.
it.
He was loose.
I was like, I
He
thought
was
this is
loopy.
it. I
love that scene though. It was
Yeah.
cool to see him like, because Shane's a little like uptight at times. Most of
yeah.
the time,
Get
and so see him
boring. What do they
lose,
call him?
and he's
Boring?
just, yeah, just to see him be like, "Hey, you
Come to
Like,
my
I was
cottage.
like-
He's like,
He
"Hey,
invites-
you."
he's like, that's better.
And he's like, come to my cottage, bro. Come to
Yeah.
my cottage, my love cottage.
Dude, the nurse was like, the hell's going on in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, He's like, "What's going on? You're
He's like,
just
what, are you gonna
such a-
smother me to sleep? Like, I'm smothering with something.
Yeah, I was like, oh, don't worry, he's gonna choke. But
Yeah.
It was a nice scene though, because you can clearly tell like it shows kind of that last like level of comfortability. Because I think it's even though he's on the painkillers, I feel like Shane is starting to kind of come to be like, I want to live my true self, and he's like basically on the drugs, being like, hey, come on, man, come to my cottage, it'll be great. We'll spend 2 weeks. And it is like, yo, to pump the brakes.
Pump the
my guy.
brakes.
Pump the brakes.
I've been hearing about this cottage, and then it got name dropped. I was like, okay, there's the infamous cottage.
Wow. He does say, and it was also a point because I remember he said, I hate Russia, and he's like, then don't go home. Like, fucking come hang out with me.
Don't.
I like that.
It was a great cue. He's retaining information he's heard and repeating it back later for bonus points.
Oh my god.
Bing.
I got your reference.
Thank you. And then
go ahead, please. No, I was just saying we were waiting for Scott to show up.
The big
finally.
finale, yeah. Big finale.
Bro, this shit got me so jacked up. I was like, oh shit. He's doing it.
Yeah.
Also, good for them. They finally got over the hump of winning the championship.
Yeah, good for them.
Scott
I'm gonna need a
finally got his
timeline
done, bro.
on that.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Was he just taking his...
Is this all the same year? I think.
So that's the other thing I was looking at because my interpretation of it, right, was like, remember they have their fling, Scott and Kip, and then they break up, and then Scott's at Sochi putting on the socks. Sochi's in 2014.
Okay, so this is
and
like,
then he wins in 2017. So this is years later.
it seemed like they were still together. I don't know if you go to your
I
extra
got
2
that
years.
vibe too, because I was like,
I don't know if they just took a little liberty with like being like, hey, like this just is like right. They're kind of taking that gap. I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments can spell
I know,
because
I'm like, because I kind of
don't
took
know.
it like I was like I hadn't watched episode 3 in a while, and I was like thinking in my head like, oh, maybe what we saw in 3 was actually in like 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
And
But
so like, you know what I mean? No, because
Yeah.
I'm wondering like, does that mean they've broken up and they got back together? Were they already broken up? Was Kip just like kind of living in that like sad reality for?
I think maybe
3
Kip
years?
like sucked it up for 3 years or something, toughed it out. I don't know because dropping 2 hockey ticket that kind of money as a grad student for your ex-boyfriend is crazy.
So that's where I kind of got the idea that he had those tickets from
because
Scott.
of from Scott.
Scott.
Because
Maybe-
they're still
He
together.
had to have because he found him in the crowd pretty easily.
Yeah, he
It
was
had to
like
have
row
come from
E
Scott.
number 24 or whatever.
I think they might be playing a little bit of Fastless with the timeline. Maybe someone in the comments can tell us.
It seems like a book thing, and
Maybe, because I like you said, like it kind of seemed like there's no way that what Kip and Scott were doing would be sustainable for 3 years.
maybe.
You know what I mean? Or maybe,
look at 9 years for Shane.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe. I'm not gonna lie though, man. That shit got me happy. Although I don't know if is there a place you can just hop onto the ice?
I think
from
so.
the stand?
I
I don't know.
Like I think the exit tunnels because most hockey games double. Yeah.
I mean, it was great. That was a great moment. I am laughing, Micah, because like how long we know immediately when he looks at the crowd. You're like,
oh,
my
that's
God,
Kip.
he's gonna say something. He's gonna bring out something. But you saying the straight ass analysis is now burned into my head.
Just 2
Oh,
pounds.
lucky fan.
Wow, what a lucky guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Why do you think he picked that fan, Tim? Well, it must have liked his spirit.
He was cheering. He had no gear on either. I was like,
I do appreciate it.
championship, no gear. That's
You
fine.
you can hear the announcers being supportive at the end, though. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I didn't know where they which round. Yeah, you got to make it a good moment. It was a good moment. I just like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
They just
A guy. What are they? Oh, they are homosexuals.
kind of weird. He's looking really longingly. Tim, he's looking real longingly at this fan.
He grabs him by the hand so he doesn't slip on the ice. Of course.
They start drawing on the screen again.
Okay.
All right, Jim.
At this
arrow.
point, we're getting reports. Were we thinking, Jim, a brother, a cousin, a close male friend, maybe, perhaps? I'm not sure.
Perhaps his gym coach or a coach of some sort. Maybe an old teammate from college.
But I did laugh.
I don't know, Jim.
Oh, Jim, I don't know. Is he gonna kiss him, Jim? I don't know.
I will say it was so funny immediately after that happened when Ilya gets up and calls Shane and was like, I'll come to the cottage. I was like, is that the competitive spirit that just naturally is in him? Being like, we've been outgayed. I'm coming to the We've been outgayed. I'm coming to the cottage.
Yeah. So Scott gets to be the first open gay hockey player?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of missed their chance. You won't.
They did, so now he's like, I
I
gotta
the
up.
second and third.
Yeah.
Right.
The first guy to do like a between the legs, and everyone was like, fuck, now I gotta
let
go.
me tell you.
The
Let me
first
tell you
kind of
something.
dung.
Presuming it does. Presuming Ilya and Shane do like their sexual orientation is revealed. This is absolutely devastating to people who think like who are homophobic, especially when it comes to sports.
Oh, dude.
Because the last 6 Stanley Cups have been won by the gay men. Like you cannot be like gay guys would be bad at hockey. Really?
Look at the body of
stats.
work. Look at the body of work
Because
right
what
now.
is Ilya has 1, Shane has 2,
and
now
then
Scott Hunter just got 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 4 for the gays.
I'm just saying,
would-
it'd be devastating
Mic
for the
drop.
I mean,
homophobic
even
community.
like
2.5.
Ilya and
know.
Shane news coming out. Like
3.
we got to see in the last episode if that happens. But
Yeah.
and obviously they're trying to film a season 2. So
It seemed, I don't know. Do you think it'll be cottage centric? Like
I think
only
so.
cottage?
Maybe it's just focused more on. Like,
I don't
just
think it's
their
gonna. I don't think it's
relationship.
gonna be out. They're gonna be out.
Yeah.
Maybe the parents,
thinking
right?
like-
Isn't
yeah.
the cottage like down the road?
True.
Maybe
I could
his
see
parents.
that being. I could see that being
Yeah.
the case. I could see a parents thing. Maybe
We
like
could-
they even become a couple. But I don't think the big league drop
Yeah.
is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like Scott doing that. Like, but I was just saying in general, like Scott doing that would send such that's gonna send waves, and I'm sure we're gonna see. Like,
I did laugh. You know what's kind of weird though, because something about the Admirals, that name. It kind of felt weird that it was 2017 Cup, right? 2017, and I was like, old guy. I was like, holy shit, it's fucking Ovi's.
It's
yeah.
Ovi's. It was the Capitals
Wow.
one, and it was
Oh.
Ovi because Ovi's kind of old, right? When they won
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I feel like
is. Yeah,
he's still,
he
is he
still
still
is.
playing? I'm just saying.
I
like,
actually,
still playing.
I saw him in person.
Really?
When I went to go see the Lakers play the Wizards, he was sitting
very
courtside. Yeah. That's
Also,
cool.
I was thinking in my head because I do laugh how I'm like this is the classic straight dude, how we get really wrapped up in the hockey in this romance show, but like I'm like
What is
holy
important?
I'm like holy
Yeah.
shit, that was it Metros versus Raiders game, wild
Yeah.
card on the line, fucking the 2 best hockey players going head to head. Montreal lose and they're out of the playoffs. That is some much watched hockey right there.
and they're
Yeah.
dating.
And
they're in
And
secret.
they're dating.
What?
You gotta-
Imagine whenever they eventually make themselves known publicly, going back and rewatching these old hockey games, being like, and then they left the rink and fucked like rabbits.
The 30 for 30 on this is going to be absolutely insane. Also, do you
Might
think
even
when they
need
when they
60
when they
or 90.
faced off against each other, that's the equivalent of playing footsie to them with the sticks? You know?
Maybe like a nice check and just like,
Imagine them this smiling at each other like going like ah. I'm like, you guys are playing footsie on the ice with your sticks, hockey
well,
sticks.
I mean, you saw there was, I forgot when exactly it was, after his dad died though, and Shane and him were like, oh, coming to my place later, here's the door code, and then someone was like, what's up with that? And he had to like make up a story
yeah,
about,
he said he
Yeah.
just gave him his condolences, and he goes, "What did he say to you?" He's like, "He told me to fuck off." And then he's like, "They had to defend him, right?" He goes like,
yeah, he was like, what a dick that was. And I was like, oh, you really threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Great episode though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
awesome.
very
I'm
excited to
jacked
see.
up.
Yeah,
See how this
we'll watch
ends.
Pillion for y'all, but keep dropping suggestions what we should watch
Yeah,
next.
I was gonna say because we listen. People said watch Heated Rivalry, and we're like, oh, they want us to watch because it'd be controversial. No, the show slaps. I'm in.
Yep.
I'm invested now.
Nope,
Slaps,
we're
it
invested.
pucks. It pucks
Slaps,
and,
puck slap shots. Pucks.
oh, good.
Yeah,
There we
you
go.
Like that? Nice. All right.
With our little bit of time here, what do we watch movie of the week here, Eric?
Yeah. Well, if you just watch for Heated Rivalry, please stay tuned. We're talking about Wuthering Heights now, guys. Like, we would really appreciate if you tuned in for this part too.
This is the
Our
straightest
movie of the week. Yeah, our movie of the week is Emerald Fennel's Oh my god, I almost said Heated Rivalry.
Heated Rivalry.
Wuthering Heights.
Well, if my other guy would put up a fucking fight, defend your woman. God damn it.
Yeah. Wuthering
I'm
Heights.
sorry. We'll get there.
Self-proclaimed as the greatest love story ever in their marketing. It stars Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi as Catherine and Heathcliff, pair of star-crossed lovers, and their years at, what is it, England in the 17th, 16th century?
I didn't really know what year it was.
Dress and horse riding time. I don't know.
Dress, corset, horse riding time. It's their years of will they, won't they, their love affairs, and how it all the characters that get involved with that. Nothing else that really goes into it. Yeah, guys. I mean, I can go. I can
give
hop
your
Yeah,
thought.
go ahead. Yeah,
Give your-
please,
give
go
your
ahead.
thoughts,
Yeah, it's my movie of the week. I'll give my thoughts first. Man, oh man. This movie, there's so much sexual tension. Obviously, this is kind of the marketing, the premise of this movie is built around the sexual tension between Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie. And I think this movie's at its best when it's building up to that. You know, it got to a certain, I'm just talking plot points at this point. I'll say what I like. I like that. I liked a lot of the buildup. Obviously, I'm not very familiar with the story. It's based on a book, right?
Right? Yeah.
I wasn't familiar with the story. I didn't know it was going
I
to
don't
happen.
think it's very similar
Apparently,
to
this
the
is like
book,
one
apparently.
third of the book. I think it's like one third of the
it's
book.
not?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
with some liberties. Yeah.
Anyway, other things I liked, because I won't go towards the end, but I like the performances of Jacob Elordi and Catherine. It's not my favorite, and Margot Robbie's not my favorite by them by any means. But I like Charlie XCX's score. I thought a lot of the shots of the Irish or the Scottish Highlands look great. You know, Emerald Fennel does have a very stylized directorial style, which you see in this. I think everything like functionally wise is fine with this movie. It wasn't for me. I had a hard time getting into it towards the latter half, and it didn't do it for me. I was very frustrated with the characters overall.
I gotta say, I think she's a really great. I think she's a really good director, and it kind of sucks that sucks, but you did like her first time out. They gave her an Oscar for writing, so I don't think she's ever coming up off that. But I think she could genuinely reach peak if she just let someone else pick up the pen.
What was her first writing?
Promising Young Woman.
Promising Young Woman, because was that and Saltburn and this?
I feel like it's the same story every time, where you're like 2/3 in, and you're like, wow, and then like it ends, you're like, I kind of hated that actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, like Saltburn. This one,
Like,
I
when
couldn't really without getting towards the end. I couldn't really point at a part of the movie that I was like, oh, this is like this. Like I'm disappointed with this.
Yeah.
And then I got near the
she
end, and I was like,
cooks, and then
They
and I left a bad taste for the whole movie.
From
Yeah.
it felt like we were like, huh? They just ran full speed, like.
Dude, when the movie started, I was like, oh my god, haters were wrong. Because, like, first of all,
yeah.
the black screen with the moaning, everyone in the audience, like, it was kind of a sold out show. And I'm sitting next to two girls, the one I was closest to, I think it was her first ever movie, the way she was acting. She's like the dream audience you want in, like, a test screening. Like, anything that happened, she was, like, gasping and laughing at every joke. Like, she's having the time of her life. So you hear all this, like, moaning and, like, the bed creaking, you assume. Everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah.
No, it's someone getting hanged. And
Yep.
then they're like, oh, you
He
came
gets a
for Margot
boner.
Robbie and Jacob Elordi? Here's 2 children. Enjoy that for half an hour. And they're like,
Yeah, I
everyone's
mean,
just
they
like,
do.
everyone's just got to sit there.
Yeah, and wait.
They did a good job.
I like them
That's
both.
the kid from Adolescence, right?
I believe, was it?
It
might
looked
be, I
like
don't know.
him.
I have no idea.
He was good.
Yeah, he was good.
He had him and Jacob had a good through line of playing this consistent, like, sort of brutish,
Yeah.
but also like distant, like unfeeling type of.
I think my thing about the
Character.
performances, they were all serviceable, but no one, like, actress I really like, Hong Chow, big fan of her. Like, she was fine, she was good. Like, there was no bad performances in this movie, in my opinion. It was just, nothing really worked for me, except, Michael, like you said, this movie first summed up, I'm like, I kind of like the over-stylization, I kind of like the way the set, they didn't look like sets, but they kind of did at the same time, like, the smoke,
Yeah.
and the wind. I found out Wuthering means windy, which makes a lot of sense, because it's windy all the time.
And foggy as shit. But I really did. I did like the way it looked. I thought it was weird to make like a cool choice, entering choice to make like the actual home of Wuthering Heights look really glassy. Like I was like, where do you find bricks like that?
Yeah.
But you know, it's like whatever.
They do
and
hit
then,
that sick shot with the, what was it, her dress into his, like that.
Yeah.
That was cool. Sorry,
Well,
I cut
yeah,
you off.
she
Go ahead.
was cooking visually for sure.
It's just like you said, put down the pen, because Eric, you were talking about the things that didn't land for you in this movie. My thing was like there were 3 different movies here, and the way they marked. So there was like the first one, which is like the greatest love story ever told, and it's just like yearning,
coming of age,
and
together,
then she's
reach
married,
maturity.
and then she's married, and she's gone, and it's this yearning. Okay, then there's the movie that they marketed it like the like the sex. We're having sex, which I found out there are no sex scenes in the book. I found that out after the fact, which is crazy because there's a whole 20 minutes in the book, a movie dedicated to them just humping, and then it shifts once again to like the part, which again is I know is like a big part in the book where they're obsessed with each other and the bad stuff that comes to that and the craziness, and then it's over, and I'm mad at everyone in the movie.
All right,
It's like,
let's get into spoilers. Spoiler warning here.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so now we're free to talk about spoilers.
okay, was that humping the spoiler? I feel like they knew that they were
it's
gonna.
the ending of the movie.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like now you avoided all the spoilers, but now we can talk in full.
She fucking dies.
I was like,
Yeah,
man, they really wanted me to feel bad, but I was like, these are two of the most worst people ever.
Pick yourself. Pick yourself off the floor. What are you doing?
I felt like Hong Chow. I was like, if she don't get up right now,
everyone in that Wuthering Heights house is batshit crazy for the most part. The Liptons did not deserve this.
No.
They did not deserve this.
That was a good man, Savannah.
I was like saying the whole time, like in my head, I'm like, everyone sucks. I'm angry at Heathcliff.
Yeah,
Catherine sucks. She's a villain. Like I was like, she's a villain
horrible.
off the rip.
Dude, you can't have a love triangle without with someone being a supervillain.
Yeah, I know, and Nellie is also a villain. Like
Nellie's a villain, but the problem is she's a villain to the other villains. So it's like I feel bad. Like, did she intentionally ignore the miscarriage? I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I was riding with Nellie until I was like, oh, she's actually sick. At that point, it was too late because my heart had hardened, just like Nellie's, and I was like, well.
Yeah,
hope you recover. I guess.
I will say she had a bar. She had a bar in a movie I didn't really like. I don't know if it's a line from the book, but she goes, "You love this. You love to see me cry." She's like, "Not as much as you like crying." I'm like, "Oh,
mic drop."
It's your ass, bro.
Yeah.
Catherine, sit down. You got nothing
Sit
going
down.
on. Go down with it. You're
They used to
crying.
be best friends, and she dropped him for the first boy she ever saw.
yeah.
Brutal.
My man Edgar, I need you to stand up. When he goes, I will tolerate it, but I will not tolerate you openly weeping about him in front of me. I'm like, Edgar, dump her ass. I do not care.
Please divorce her. Yeah, I don't know if that was legal at this point.
She's
But
And
like,
he knew.
Yeah, no, he knew, and he knew.
She told him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end there, when Heathcliff shows up, he's like, "You don't want to see this. I'm sorry, Heathcliff." I'm like, brother, that's your wife. That is your wife.
I think the problem was she was with the child at that point. That was like the one thing. That let him, and he knew the child was his. Good for him.
Yeah.
I think that was the one thing. Basically, like I'm just tolerating. I feel like he was like, I'm tolerating the shenanigans till we get our child.
And then you're out.
And then you're done. Because like, oh my god, bro, like you said, Catherine being a supervillain, like. Affairs are bad always. Don't cheat on your spouse. But like the nerve of Catherine, the shameless, oh my god, she's just like weeping about him in front of him. She wasn't even trying to hide it, bro.
No. Now, and also when she thought like, okay, the Heathcliff stuff's over. Like, yeah, but she was still having like a pretty good time. He wasn't bad to her or anything and stuff. And like, if he was legitimately off the table. When he came back and was rich and everything aligned, she should have just been like, tough.
Yeah.
Tough beat. This was my day one. Sorry, got
Jacob Elordi likes sticking his fingers in mouths. That's what I learned from this movie too.
Yes.
Does that shit all the time.
And to my point on the Liptons, the second Lipton, talk
Isabella?
about service. Yeah, Isabella. What's her name? Allison Oliver. Good job. Like
she's in
What
she's
is
in
she in?
Saltburn. Saltburn.
She is in
Yeah.
Saltburn?
I didn't watch Saltburn.
That's a better Emma
I thought it was
movie.
fun. I thought it was fun.
I had fun.
Yeah.
I had
Her
fun
little
with that one.
switch up, because she's quirky. That's her through line throughout. But the different levels of quirkiness she shows from when you meet her till that scene. I mean, when she's literally on a chain like a dog. I was like, this is crazy. I put it in my Letterboxd review. Heathcliff folded when he got a real freak. Like, he was all obsessed with Catherine, but like, what's her name?
I think they were
Isabel, right
acting.
there.
I think they were playing pretend.
Yeah, they were
'cause
playing
you-
pretend.
I think you see the worst of it, and then you cut to him like dictating a letter to her, and he was
So I
like,
heard-
"Make it worse if they're not going to reply." So
So
I wondered.
Eric or Mike, I'm sorry.
But he was about it. But she was about it.
I don't know if any of that was happening, like for real. Is what I'm saying. In the movie, I think the way it is displayed, when you go from all these horrible things that they're doing, and then you cut right to him dictating a letter, and he's like mad they're not replying, and he's like, "Well, make it worse." Like, so I think he's like,
Okay.
we'll say that I'm beating you and treating you like a dog and sexually degrading you in front of the help and all this stuff, and then like when they're like, all right, one last letter to Hong Chow. She pulls up. He's like, all right, we're gonna go full leash. But then they show you the leash wasn't even connected to anything, and like,
That's
it was
good
fake
point, Micah.
freakery.
I just actually that does make it a little better because like what I had heard, one of the complaints people had from the book.
Yeah,
is
the
that
book is real.
he's abusing her, but then they made it in the movie. It's like a sexual pet
I
play
think they
thing.
want to
which is-
have it both sides. Either
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like sexy and dirty, but also maybe it never happened. And
I don't think
Yeah.
the sex scenes were that crazy in this movie.
No.
Like, I feel like the scenes that
No.
like maybe were supposed to be hot were more like the stuff before. Yeah, he picks her up and the finger thingy in the mouth.
I do
covering
think it's
from-
like very targeted towards like book readers that read the stuff and they're like, oh my god, she's so small, he's so big. Like when he
I know.
picks her up,
Yeah,
or
just shake a Lord, you tree man.
why
Yeah.
did
You're nothing but a
he
tree,
feel the
man.
need to cover her eyes and mouth when this adult woman was watching? I mean, she's perving for sure, but like she was watching the two servants have sex, and he
Where's
just
your
like,
eye patch, Amond?
dude,
Where
he's
was
like
it?
moving like
Yeah.
Batman the whole time, where he just pops up and like grabs her like this, and then is like she's so into that, and then he
the nerve
Batmans
of
her.
those two
Yeah.
servants to just go fuck, and where they know Heathcliff sleeps, like
See,
right
that too.
upstairs.
He's
I'm
literally
like,
above
yo,
But
you
they're
guys
like
are
being-
doing
Not their fault.
like-
He lives in the barn. There's no other
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah, but they're doing pet play beneath him. Like, that's
Oh, where else?
insane.
I mean, that's where the you got
He
yourself
literally,
a
I mean,
wild
yo, he literally
mayor.
all he does it. They're trying to act like he goes
JNBR,
later-
JTH.
JRHNBR. I just think it's funny that like Heathcliff later goes like, "You'll think what we saw was it Joseph and whatever doing." The same like, bro, he like broke the whip. I didn't think he used it. Put a bite in her mouth, and then they gave her about 15 seconds of shots, and then
Yeah.
that was it. That was his
Yeah.
freak off.
But that was like, I guess, her sexual awakening because
Yeah,
she immediately
yeah.
was like, "Let me go to the Highlands and rub one in," and then
Like
he Batman's her.
Like I said this thing earlier, I know you don't watch House of the Dragon, but I kept thinking that in my head.
I do
'cause
watch
the guy
House of the
put- Oh,
Dragon.
you do watch House of the Dragon?
I'm not
Okay.
watching the night
Gotcha.
show.
Watch
it.
Amen's
Alright.
talk. I was like, "Where's your iPad?"
Amen.
And every time he talked, like I just want to be like, "I don't give a shit about Tony's." Like,
Yeah.
like, I kept picturing him just saying that shit, but he was actually one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
he was a normal guy.
Also, that I don't remember that actor's name. I said it, House of the Dragon, but this dude. Science needs to
Ewan
study
Mitchell.
that guy's jawline. Like,
Yeah,
it is far
it's a
too
crescent-
sharp, bro.
it's a crescent
it
moon.
fucking scares me how sharp it is, bro. I was thinking
He's-
it the whole time I'm watching him.
He's got a crescent moon face. He looks like he's. Oh, sorry, sidetracked.
I'm just looking at
Go off, go
jawlines,
off.
bro.
Go off, go
He's
off.
in Saltburn too. I didn't realize.
Are you saying that Are you saying he got mogged or he mogged?
He's mogging,
Isn't it
bro.
crazy how Heathcliff frame mogged Edgar?
He did.
The ASU frame mogged Cavicular. And then he like sex mogged him by
What does
Jester
mogging
Maxine.
If I had a
On his wife.
soundboard, it would be boo.
Oh, you
All right, we're gonna get that lower demographic one way or another.
I don't think you
guys.
should. I don't think you should be legally allowed to be an act. Like you can't. Jacob Burger can't be good at acting. He's handsome and 6'6". That's not fair. You got to give up one. Tree man, he picks up Margot Robbie with one hand. He fucking curls that shit.
he
that
curls
was
Margot
insane.
up.
Yeah.
I think
But
that's
it's
like
like fucking fingers, bro. That doesn't make any sense.
What the-
Magic fingers, bro.
felt like fake freakery. I mean, we just been watching like Heated
is fake
Rivalry,
freakery.
talking about House of the Dragon. Like, I mean, it's just like a lot of kissing and moaning and like humping and yearning. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not that I need like full.
Graphic sex.
Like,
No, I hear ya.
I'm thinking about our past movie of the weeks and like the way this was marketed versus the way like House of the Dragon is like come for the dragons, but also, you know. there
No,
might
I
be a
understand.
dong
They
or
they
two.
really marketed this thing like it was like you aren't even ready.
You're not
Yeah,
like
Steam. No, it was. In fact, it
comes
was
the
really
sex.
mild.
pretty mild steam.
It's just him crashing out, really, more than anything.
yeah.
What? What do you mean we gotta stop? Crawling around.
Yeah, it was a lot of like, we shouldn't, but we will. We shouldn't.
But we
Which is
shall.
good, because apparently he's about to play Bond, so he can get in there with his, no, yes.
Would you have tolerated? Where would your line have been drawn with if you were Edgar? I think it would have been as soon as Nelly dropped the ball, I'd be like, "Oh my house." take your.
But she was
bastards.
already pregnant at that point.
I guess so.
the pregnancy.
When they have sex on his table, I'm like, the disrespect.
Well, that was even
Catherine.
too far for Catherine, but too little,
because
too
he's
late.
saying
I
how
guess.
he's down to murder her
Yeah.
wife, her husband.
She
Yeah.
she doesn't show up to the rendezvous because he goes. The husband said, rightfully goes spend time with me.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker broke their window.
Yeah, I know. Like he starts moving like crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
And so that's what makes her call it off, right? But then she just dies over it and takes the child with her, which is
Die
like
about it.
so
about it.
yeah, so selfish of her. Like,
Well, I love how like Nelly.
How
She
dare
goes,
she
the baby's gone. Nelly's like, no, it's not. You didn't even bleed. Oh fuck, no, that baby was gone. Oh fuck, it was like.
They don't have modern medicine. What was she supposed to do?
I don't know, but didn't she allude at the end that she knew that she kind of let it happen? I don't know.
Well, I think like she was legit depressed, and then if in that the depression turned into sickness, like what's the outside difference if you don't have like sonograms and
No, I get that. I just like can't imagine your wife who's been cheating on you and you know about it, and then she locks herself in a room in a comatose depressive state because the guy she was cheating on you with went and got married to somebody else.
no,
Edgar,
not just anyone else. Your daughter, basically, your
doll-
ward.
your ward.
Your
Yeah.
ward.
Pick Edgar. You need to get your house in order, bro. All right,
I mean,
well,
but he's
Yeah.
used to living with crazy. Because what do you mean she was collecting Margot Robbie's hair and
yeah.
doing needle like when she
I will
found,
have no
like, she-
slander on Isabel's name.
No,
Yeah.
she was great. Like someone who's like super goody two
Thought the
shoes.
hair was supposed
Sees
to be a
one
thing.
man that she's not related to and just gets freaked
That's
out.
a good point. He was the tree man though. The ent.
The end.
Oh,
He was an end.
He's a tree
Yeah.
man. You don't scare a big doorman.
Yeah, that was certainly one of them ones. I'm certainly there are going to be people that like really maybe were
I don't
into
really
what,
think
I'm
so.
sure the book people maybe are more
I
on
think,
board
I
with
think the
it.
book people hate it actually
I
more
think
than we do.
if
Yeah.
you don't engage with the book stuff and you're like, you're just there to have a good time, I think. And you like Margot Robbie and you like Jacob Elordi and you like, like again, like it looked really good. I thought it looked fantastic. So, I mean, if you're just there to vibe out, I think you could walk away having a good time.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely.
That's
They better
fine.
hope this makes money though, because it ends
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I mean, my theater was packed in a minute. That was,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it
I
was
saw
like a
it made
news-
like 80 million its first weekend.
Okay.
So pretty good stuff for them.
It was kind
Tell
of
us.
barely. Was
On
it
like
kind
an
of
$80
barely
million
rated R?
budget.
Was it even
Feels
rated
like
R?
it. I don't know what would. I mean, like, I guess there's like, I don't. The way the MPAA works is so weird. I don't know what you would be rated R for. I guess it's like a little much for PG-13, but because of the gore and also the implicated sex, you do see like a bum. There's that lady's bum.
Get a bum here or there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric. Eric, I looked over the corner of my eye, just saw the sheet, and just saw Woody's balding. I just saw it. Just made me laugh.
All right. Are we got like.
Yeah.
all right.
Mike,
I
you want to give us
I can do like
our
15 minutes. I can go.
Mike, you want to give us our next movie of the week?
Yeah, I was looking around. I was like, it's Black History Month. And what do you know? They did it to us again. Or once again, the black animated movie. They've made us animals. It's fine. But after The Princess and the Frog and, or they're just not people, like Soul, where he's a ghost the whole time. Or
What, I didn't think about
Princess
that.
and the Frog, where she's a frog the whole
They're
time.
animals the whole time.
I guess
Jesus
we'll do it
Christ.
again. We're watching Goat, where they're animals the
Oh,
whole
all
time.
right, go.
But yeah. We'll watch that. I think it's really funny. I'm excited. Keep in mind, I was like trying. I saw it with Mike yesterday, and I was like, which character? Like you're trying to piece together some one-to-ones for like some of the characters in the movie and like characters in the NBA.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like a fun exercise.
Okay.
right.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man. All right.
Yeah.
We want to get into your little activity, Mike?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Game?
I was just listening to this like podcast, and they were talking about some of the Oscar categories that don't exist anymore. So we're just gonna talk about some movies semi-recent that we think could fit into these.
I was gonna say how many. I picked like I got a couple options for each one.
Yeah, I think we can just talk it out for this last
Sure.
like 10 or so. But we've got best title writing, which only existed for silent films. But then they did away with it because we got color and sound and stuff. So
Yeah.
but it made me think of Wuthering Heights, which has a great title made
That
out
is a
of
good- that is a
Jacob
great
Elordi
title.
and Margot Robbie's real hair, which That's scary.
Yeah, that is a good
We've
title.
got the Juvenile Award, which they stopped doing because they're just like, why not give them a real Oscar, which they did. We got Comedy Direction. They used to have it split, comedy and drama, but now it's just one big category. And then we've got Dance Direction, again, back when musicals were popping off. But then they got rid of it. I always thought that like choreography could work as a category for stunts and dancing, but they did away with the dance completely, and now we're about to have a stunt Oscar, so they're kind of combined. Or not really combined, but we just replaced one with the other. All right. Anyone got something for any of these?
Yeah. I go for title cards. I was thinking of some ones.
Yeah.
Recently, because Lee Cronin's The Mummy trailer came out, everyone used to talk about the Evil Dead Rise title card.
Yeah.
It's pretty iconic.
Pretty
funny,
iconic.
But it's like it feels like easy and thing. I gotta pick my two because I kind of started looking at. I looked up some other title cards to kind of look through like ones that would inspire me.
Yeah.
And the only two that didn't feel like that one's cool actually stuck with me. One I put was Insidious. That title card will scare the bejesus out of you.
Sure.
And the other one that I just always have loved is The Lion King.
Oh, yeah.
The font, the way it always lines up at the end of the Circle of Life and the reprise, and it bookends the movie with the same scenes.
Yeah.
Circle of Life.
Oh,
Sick.
yeah.
Those are those are just my picks that I kind of threw out there.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so I've got one that's cheating and one that I don't think would ever win an Oscar. But so the one that I think is cheating is like the Jackass intros, where it's like, you see the guys, and it's like they beat them to shit, and it's like Jackass, it's like welcome to the show. So
That
I love
is a
that
good
one.
one. That's
And they
good.
do it twice, kind of similarly. They end big and they start big.
Yeah, they always do.
And then no way this would win an Oscar. But I was just talking to one of our friends, Ian, not our Ian, but like
Different
a local Ian, yeah.
Different Ian.
And this movie, Ichi the Killer, that I watched, the title card is Real Cum.
What?
The movie starts with like the main character. He's like a peeping Tom. He's like super fucked up. Anyway, he gets off onto the ground, and that forms the title of the movie, and it's Real Cum.
Ew.
Someone's cum. I don't know who's cum.
I don't know who's coming, but some.
There you go.
I was like, that's no one's doing that again. No one's doing that again.
Grossest title writing. It goes to you.
What about you, Eric?
Yeah, I didn't really do good research on what title writing, what you meant by that. So I interpreted that as just best title.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
Like, I wasn't thinking about title cards, so when you guys started talking, I was like, oh, fuck, I interpreted this completely the wrong way.
What did you pick? Like, what did you write?
I was like, I can't choose anything that's about based off a book or anything. I was like trying to think of things that are clever.
Okay.
So I put Tenet because I was like, I guess
same
it's
forward
the
and
same
backwards.
forward, backwards.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's fine, yeah.
And then I also put Black Klansman because I was like,
You know what, Eric? Those might actually have good title cards.
I
Actually,
think
I don't think
they do
Tenet.
yeah.
I don't think
And then
Tenet
when-
actually has a title card.
It's like
Yeah,
a spinny
I'm sure
one,
it's-
right? No?
I'm
Or
sure
something?
Tenet's was probably just like Comic Sans.
I think
like,
Tenet is actually a movie, Eric. No bullshit that they never show the title. I think that's hilarious if that's true.
We'll find out. I'll try and source
but
all
when you
these.
said title cards, it's just cheating. It's not going to win an Oscar because it's a TV show. The only thing I thought of off the bat was Invincible. Because they
where they just do the hard cut.
Yeah,
they did
that's
the
a good
hard
one.
cut whenever you
I like
say
that one.
his name. So yeah, that was. That,
Well,
that's
Eric,
all
why don't you
right.
take us right into our comedic directing then? I feel like if you want to just...
Okay,
Yeah.
If you want to give
comedic direction, I really just went. I tried to pick like, what was like the first like interesting comedy like off the bat that came to my mind that like had an interesting directorial style that's unique was Borat because it kind of like started that. I don't know if it started it,
The
but
mockumentary.
like, the
kinda-
mockumentary style, but like also how they were like interacting with real people like that. Like
the almost covert nature of it.
yeah, absolutely. So that's really the good one I had to add in terms of like unique directorial styles, and then I just put like two of my favorite comedies. I just put Superbad in there because I needed a Judd Apatow produced movie, and then for all these categories I tried to put one for 2025. I didn't for title writing, but I put shout out our boy Hell of a Summer. I put that in there.
nice.
But
Finn Wolfhard, Oscar.
yeah.
I guess I can go. Yeah. The comedy ones, I had a couple. Like, so I was thinking like things like Wes Anderson style, like with like Grand Budapest, because it is kind of it is a comedy, really. At the end of the day, I also kind of included Shane Black's The Nice Guys because I fucking love that movie and I wish I meant. But what I think my real winner is going to be, it's kind of a two-part. It would be John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein for Game Night and Dungeons and Dragons, because I think they made a comedy movie with some really creative direction. Things like Dungeons and Dragons has some cool camera work and shots. Even the CG is a little bit shoddy. And Game Night has a lot of really cool camera work, I think, for a comedy that they didn't need to. And I appreciate the above and beyond. All right, Micah, what do you got?
So I've got one that I think, it's not. I think it has interesting direction just because of like how it was made. So I've got Team America: World Police, Scott Pilgrim versus the World,
It's a good one.
and then Bridesmaids, because I think that's probably one of like just people. I think that got nominated for screenplay, so that like would probably already be in that conversation.
Yeah,
and then like The Big Sick, I think that was also.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
That was like pretty well liked. So those are mine.
Nice. You wanna give us your dance ones too?
Yeah. So I mean, I've just got like Step Up,
Yeah,
pretty well liked. Love that. Stomp the Yard, maybe. Again, some great scenes there.
Yeah.
The end of Slumdog Millionaire, which won Best Picture. So I would assume that it would, also be
won
there.
That one.
And then Magic Mike.
That's also a good one.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of ones that weren't in musicals.
Oh yeah. It makes sense. I was cheating a little bit. What about you?
Okay. It's okay. So I put Tropic Thunder on there because I was laughing because I just watched it.
Yeah, I think that probably would have. That probably would have.
But funny you say that. So my actual two that I stand by, one, I did the Austin Powers movies. They always open with a dance
the
number.
big open.
That's
yeah.
good.
And what's funny, you brought up Jackass, because I said Jackass 2, because you forget, they end Jackass 2 with a giant dance number. And I thought that was kind of cool for a movie that shouldn't have even been on there. I said that. But I think my main would be Austin Powers. I mean, like, people forget that is like massively choreographed dance numbers at the beginning of each movie.
Have you guys seen Another Round with Mads Mikkelsen? That ends with a big dance number.
I've heard of that dance sequence.
I've seen like the clip. I feel like people post it on Reels, like, with some sort of meme or something under it. But
that makes sense because the movie came out 2018.
For my movie from last year, because I originally did this again, like I said, for only movies for 2025. I put Testament of Anne Lee.
Oh yeah, that would probably
be crazy.
Win. Yeah.
And then I had Black Swan because I'm not the biggest, like, I haven't really watched Stomp the Yard, Step Up, like those movies. Magic Mike is a good shout.
Just go ahead and add the hard R there, Eric.
What?
No, I'm messing around. Sorry.
This fucking
But Black Swan because they make the dancing
what
feel
swan?
like
No, I'm sorry.
I'm done. Because they make it feel like a horror movie during the dance.
Nice.
So, but should we go into Juvenile?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Go ahead, Ricky.
From last year, I feel like it's easy just to put Jacoby Jupe from Hammond. But if I'm looking for an ensemble, I'll give it to the children in the last 5 minutes of Weapons. I thought they were.
There was even what's the lead kid's name? Whoever that is, he's pretty good.
What's his name?
He was good.
Yeah.
And then another shout out, Finn Wolfhard. I would give it to him for people that made me laugh. Finn Wolfhard, the first It, or Christopher Mintz-Plasse in Superbad. Just knowing that he had to have his mom on set when he filmed the sex scene, like, because he was 17, like, just makes me laugh every time. And then it's easy because I think he got nominated, but Jacob Tremblay for Room.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
That was a classic. But what did you guys have?
So I had so I was funny. I wrote down just because it reminded me because seeing Good Luck to Have Fun Don't Die. And I had Dexter, my boy Dexter from Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but that's a TV show. I've seen now 2 bald-headed kids give a pretty solid. I thought that kid was fine. He was pretty good.
Who else is bald?
The kid in Good Luck.
Yeah.
I said Jacob Tremblay, but not for Room for Dr. Sleep, even though he's only in one scene.
Oh yeah,
that shit was fucking haunting. But I actually want to give it. I went more serious. Shout out my boy Louis McDougall for A Monster Calls. I love that movie. He has a lot carrying on his back for that. He's got to cry. His mom's got cancer. It's an emotional performance, and I think he does a great job. That's one. I was like looking for a kid actor, and then I saw that movie pop up on my scrolling through, and I was like, oh, perfect. All right, how about you, Micah?
I cheated a little because I did 2 boys and 2 girls, and the 2 girls did actually get real nominations for adults. So I've got Haley Steinfeld for True Grit.
Yep.
And then I've got Quavonse Wallace for Beasts of the Southern Wild.
Didn't they both get nominated? I think they both.
Yeah, they did. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And then I've got Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter. I don't know. Take your pick.
I didn't even think about fucking Harry Potter.
I did think about him, but I was like, which one would it have been?
I've never seen Beasts of the Southern Wild either.
I think 5, but
Great
actually might
month
not
to
have been a
watch it.
kid at that point. But
Then I've got Michael Cera for Juno.
ooh,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Because I think
Was he
Elliot
under
Page
18?
did get nominated. Yeah, he was. I think he might have been like 17, but
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
I like.
There we go.
Oh, those are cool. I didn't know
good.
there were discontinued categories. That's pretty nifty.
There's even more, but some of them were like really about the time, and they only gave out one, and they were like, we can't do this anymore." Yeah.
I got you. Word.
no, it's valid. Well, we got the Oscars in a little less than a month, so
I gotta catch up on. Some
Lord.
stuff,
heating
man.
up.
It's coming up.
It's coming up, man. I'm excited. Well, yeah, that's it for this episode, right, guys? Nothing else.
Yeah, I think so. I gotta get moving. So that was
All
great.
right.
Though. Good stuff.
Well, appreciate everyone tuning in. Next week we'll be talking GOAT and the finale of Heated Rivalry. So
Yeah.
make sure you
So
tune
drop
in.
what you want us to watch next, please.
yeah, we need
ideas.
more. We need ideas.
We need new shows, and we're listening to the comments. We appreciate everyone who's commented. Seriously,
Smash that like button.
If you're still here at this point,
Yeah, we will Venmo you if you.
Eric will Venmo you.
The secret word is
Please.
please. Yeah, no. Thanks, guys. Good stuff.
Peace.
Oh, that's funny.